Welcome back. This thing called podcast. I'm here, new episode, new Friday. If it's your first time watching, I'm your host, KJ. Today, I have two special new guests with me. First, I have Kei. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
She's the first lady to be on the podcast, so I'm honored. I am pleasure.
Hey.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. First lady, give her a clap.
Yes.
She's also the management to Dracko, who's sitting next to me, my second guest.
Yes, sir.
That's right. So I have both of them on here. So we're ready. We're going to give you guys a powerful episode. We have a lot of things to talk about. First things first, you always know I come with my icebreakers. I come with the games.
That's
I
right.
told you about the new game I had, you guys. So if you're from Detroit, if you heard of it, shout out. If you haven't, look for it. It's Detroit or Drink. It's a new hot game. I didn't even know Dracko knew about it till he got here. That's interesting. But it's funny. He said he wanted to get it. I got it, so we're going to play it.
What you said.
And because he wants to play it so bad, I'm going to let him have the honors of pulling the first card.
All right.
So he's going to pull the first card. If you know anything about Detroit or Drink, this game, you have to answer a question. You have a truth or dare to it. You have to do something. So let's go. Let's see what Dracko gets here.
I bet. So I'm pulling this random.
Random pulling. You know, we don't cheat over here. This thing called podcast is all about honesty and fair.
Right.
Whatever you pull is what you pull.
Call a prostitute from the internet and try to negotiate all the prices down or take 3 shots.
Well, and look at here. I always keep the liquor on deck.
And we mixing the dice.
And
So it's good.
So, are you calling the prostitute to negotiate the price? It looks like you're going to take a shot, y'all. Oh, you taking the shot, y'all. You not about to... Look, I would have to take the shots too, because I don't even know if I know a prostitute to call, to be honest.
I don't know no prostitute to call.
I don't even know
I ain't
one
that
call,
one.
so I would be taking the 3 shots.
That's 1 shot?
1.
That's 2.
We on 2.
That's
3.
There we go.
Well, and I would say, I'm glad you don't know any prostitutes either. Is that like a good thing to say?
No,
right?
that's a good
That's a good thing to say,
That's a
right?
good
Like,
thing.
I'm glad you don't know any prostitutes to call. That's a good thing, especially no internet prostitutes.
Man, you talk about prostitutes.
Because that could be OnlyFans, right? I mean,
You get what I'm saying?
oh,
You get what I'm saying?
okay, but y'all not ready?
They got OnlyFans with
I'm just saying.
prostitution.
Okay. Would you like to pull first? Next? Let's let you pull next. Since you're the first female, you get the honors. Let's pull the
I
next
love
card.
that honor. I do.
I'm glad I get to give her that honor, you guys.
Okay.
No, read it. Go read it.
Text somebody that recently been over your house. How do you get rid of bed bugs because this shit out of hand? Take a shot.
Take 1 shot?
Take 1 shot.
Take 1 shot. So she either has to text someone that's been over your house recently and ask them how you get rid of bed bugs or take a shot. What are you doing?
Who been over my house?
Now she like me. She had to figure out first of all who'd have been over my house and I didn't even text. I know, right? When your circle's so small, so intimate, you gotta figure it
I'm
out.
gonna just take a shot, you know?
That's what you
We taking shots over here. Let's get it. Which I guess that's a good thing. You don't have a whole bunch of strangers in your house to be talking about bed bugs.
Okay, because don't bring that shit up.
I know that's right. I don't own it. She don't own it.
We don't.
We don't own it. No, nobody owns it. The roaches and the bed bugs. Those are 2 things, right?
Ooh.
Oh.
Keep both of them, right?
Yeah. And you got spiders in there too.
Hey, it's crazy.
Ooh, you don't like spiders?
No, man.
I don't like them either, but I will kill them. Not like they don't affect me, right? Like if I see one crawling outside, I won't kill it. But for my house,
and bed bugs is the only insects that can survive a nuclear crisis besides scorpions and centipedes.
is that a known fact? That sounds like a known fact.
That's a known fact and it's been researched.
I can believe that. And I can believe that, especially roaches, right? Because it takes...
They don't die.
They don't die.
Because
No matter
guess
what
what?
you do, right?
When you step on them, when you kill them, that egg sac is on, the bottom of your shoe.
It grows and it multiplies, right? It's over.
You cooked.
It's over. It's a wrap.
Yo, it's your turn.
Yeah, let's get away from that. I hate the blood sauce.
It's your turn.
Let's pull a random one. Let's see. They pull from the back, so I'm going to kind of pull from the front, y'all. Thanksgiving food or Christmas food?
Oh shit.
And I don't even have a shot option. I have to pick one or the other. To be honest, I'm gonna say Thanksgiving food because I feel people take more care and more consideration to Thanksgiving. Like when it comes to Thanksgiving, it's all about the food, right? It's about coming together with your family to share at dinner time with the food. Christmas is more about the gifts. So if you get the dinner, you do. If you don't, you don't.
If you make
right?
Christmas dinner,
it's a blessing.
It's a blessing. But Thanksgiving, you miss Thanksgiving. I once went to Pennsylvania because of Thanksgiving.
Really? How was that?
I was coming back from the military on holiday leave.
Okay.
And I linked with my dad, my brother, and we met my uncle and my grandma down in Pennsylvania. And in the process, that was probably the dopest experience as far as holiday. We watched the game. It was a bunch of food, you know. Right. So as far as Thanksgiving, I agree. I wouldn't. Christmas dinner, I can miss that because I got my gifts.
Exactly true. Especially as a kid, right? Like, I got my gifts. Like
I'm not trying to get no food. I'm not playing God.
You don't really get gifts like that. So now it's like.
I agree.
Especially if you have kids, right? It's all about the kids and getting them stuff right for Christmas.
You'll be more mad that somebody didn't cook on Thanksgiving than if somebody didn't cook on Christmas.
That's facts.
That is
more mad. Like,
I would be pissed if I went to my mama's house and it was like, you didn't cook for Thanksgiving?
You ain't cook?
What's wrong? Are you sick? Because that's the only way, right? Are you sick? Tell me something. Because outside of that, there should be something in the oven, something cooking on the stove.
A macaroni at least.
And that's my favorite part of the meal, to be honest. It's the macaroni. So it gotta be right. Because it goes with everything else on the plate. As long as I had two other people that can agree with me on herb.
Hey,
yes.
When you come with proteins, because I've been watching this barbecue show lately.
Okay.
And when with the barbecue, you have to balance out your proteins with sides.
That's true.
If you got too much proteins, it can be overbearing to your body.
That's why when you do the baked beans with the ribs, sometimes it be too much, right? Because the baked beans have that protein with the ribs, right?
It can be overbearing to your cardiovascular system. You get what I'm saying?
I never knew that until now, but that makes a lot of sense.
Pork cause heart attacks. Beef cause strokes and heart attacks. Anything that you eat is modified. But at the same time, it's for us to ingest it.
Absolutely. But like you said, modification is key. Mm-hmm. That is the key to all of what you just said. Like fruits and vegetables is good for us, right? But you can't have too much of it. You still have to have your protein, right?
You still have to have some type of fatty grease or some type of calories. Yep. You get what I'm saying? Because the vegetables, they might take up 600 to 800 calories a day. Yep. But once you eat it, it burns just as quickly.
That's right.
So with that protein burning slowly, of course, it's going to need time to develop, but that protein adds on.
That's right. And it does more than what even the fruits and vegetables do.
You get me? It's my turn, huh? Oh,
we are.
So we slapping the cards right here.
Yes, we are, because we don't redo. We got
I've been show with the. Hold on, who's the best Detroit rapper? Me.
You are the best Detroit rapper. What's that name?
What's your name?
Dracko.
Oh, see?
The reason I say Dracko is the best Detroit rapper is because my grind, my dedication behind music, my compassion for my craft, my creativeness when it comes to my brand, and my promo. I'm only doing this on my own. So at the same time, me being an independent artist, I might not have 1 million streams. I might not have 500,000 streams. None of that shit. But the people that get hip to me, they fuck with me. And when they fuck with me, they telling me some shit like, bro, why you ain't signed? Bro, why you ain't out here? Bro, why more people don't know about you?
And sometimes staying independent is better than being signed.
Of course. You want to know why? Because you don't know. You don't owe nobody.
That's right.
I make music off the leisure of me. That's why I'm the best artist.
Yep.
Hey, I ain't the best artist because I ain't got millions of streams. No, I can do what I want.
Absolutely. You have the power and the control to do so.
I own my masters.
Still make money.
I make 100% royalties. I make beats. I'm a producer. And at the same time, I'm independent.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best part to me.
I gotta do this myself. And if you aren't contributing to the cause, me myself as an artist, I'm not linking with people that's not trying to contribute to the vision. I'm not trying to link with people that don't believe in what I don't believe in.
That's right. You gotta protect it.
You cannot protect it if you don't know that experience.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying?
Got you.
That's why I'm the best Detroit artist. I'm from Detroit, and when I say I'm from Detroit, I'm from the East and the West Side.
Oh, well,
Usually.
Explain that. How is that possible? You're from the East and the West. I need to hear this.
Okay, so growing up, unbalanced household. I got both parents.
Okay.
My mom moved a lot. My dad moved a lot. And in the process, it's moving accordingly. But as a child, I went from anywhere, Joy Road, Linwood, 7 Mile, the 7 Mile Evergreen area, 7 Mile Greenfield area, to Cashew, Shane.
Okay.
You feel me? I stayed off Vernon. You get what I'm saying? I stayed off Maccabee Wick. You get what I'm saying? I know what they feel like. I stayed off Jefferson. You get what I'm saying? So when I say I'm from Detroit, I'm not from the West Side. I'm not from the East Side.
I'm from both.
I'm from Detroit.
The South of it. You from Detroit, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I don't
It's
generalize
locality.
it. You get what I'm saying? Because with Detroit, it's a skepticism. Oh, you from the East Side, you do this. Oh, you from the West Side, you do. No, I'm from Detroit. You want to know why? Because all we got is us as a people.
Speak on that.
If the support system ain't there and the character isn't there, it's not there.
It's not there.
But if the drive, the passion is there, and the support is there, it's going to prosper.
Yes,
you see what happened to T. Grizzly? You see what happened to Big Sean?
There you go.
It was someone that was willing to invest in them.
That's right.
And me, myself, that's why I feel like I'm the best artist in Detroit, because I'm the most underrated. If it was the case and a lot of people knew about my music, they would fuck with me. And that's all I'm saying, because with music and being independent, it's a process, just like blogger.
It is.
Just like a podcast host.
Speak on it.
You get what I'm saying?
It is.
Just as much as a beautician or somebody starting from the bottom.
Yep, absolutely.
At the same time, you can't knock someone's position and take away from their character because you've never experienced that.
I agree. I definitely agree.
So when I put music out, yes, I put music out for the fans because I know the fans fuck with me. They rock with me. But those knocking the hustle, you can't knock it until you try. You can't be susceptible to, oh, you might fail. You gotta be aware of those people around you, to where when you tell them your dreams, you tell them your goals, the first thing they find is a negative aspect behind it. Guess what? It ain't about that negative aspect. It's about your vision. You can't force them to see your vision.
You cannot.
You can't force them to understand you, and you can't force them to see what you're aiming towards. So with being independent in the city, we know Detroit only support Detroit.
That's facts.
That's facts.
That's facts.
But at the same time, Detroit supporting Detroit and only rock with what's popular.
That's true.
It ain't about
facts
talent.
too.
Hey, it ain't about talent.
It's not.
It's pretty much
It is. It's who you know, what you know, and how you can get your stuff popular and out there. Absolutely.
Hey, look.
Whether it's good or not, and I'm just gonna say it. Whether it's good or not.
Rather it's good or it could be ass clap booty juice.
Thank you.
And they still rock with it. They
Thank
still be
you.
like,
It's
oh, I'm gonna
popular.
put it on
Yep.
TikTok. I'm gonna make it a challenge.
Absolutely.
Guess what? It's all off of how we've been trained. It's all
That's
off
true.
of how we've been manipulated.
There you go.
We were raised thinking that simple was better. As long as we handled it, it was handled.
Yeah.
But when you take initiative and you take pride in something, when you care about something, when you give a fuck about your craft, at the end of the day, you can't let nobody deter your vision.
Nope.
Especially when they don't see it.
That's it. And what God got for you, He got for you. Can't nobody take that away. No matter how much they try, they want to. Even if you try to, it's for you.
And that's why I feel I'm the best Detroit rapper.
Well, I can't argue with it.
And I just want to say, I'm glad that was God allowing you to pick that card up so you can just
There you
explain
go.
why you the best rapper
There you
in
go.
Detroit for yourself. Genuine.
God know what he doing.
All the time.
And when nobody else believed, who did it?
God did.
Say that.
Hey, when nobody believed, God did. And with that question, that is the reason I'm a blow and I'm going to be known from Detroit. I'm going to be on there with the little Dirks and the little babies and
That's
Moneybag
right.
Yo's and
Speak it.
the babies and
Speak it.
you know, the Drakes and the DJ Khaled's, you get what I'm saying? And the process of me making opportunity, I have a drive, I have a compassion. I have something that I call not settling for mediocre.
And that's important. Especially now.
I don't settle for less than anything of my value.
That's right. So many people do nowadays.
I just got knocked, a couple days ago about doing free shows. But I couldn't understand the position because you ain't never been in that position. You don't know the ground where you got to just network.
That's right.
You got to just get to know people just to get your foot in the door.
Yep.
You ain't never had that experience of, hey, I got to talk to him to open this door. I got to talk to him to open this door. I got to talk to him to open this door. You ain't never been in that position. But as an independent artist, we have to go through these things. Ain't no CMG or no fucking QC or no 300 or no Rock Nation. Ain't nobody looking for no independent artists. You want to know why? We not signing away.
Nope. Because you know your worth. You know your value at that point.
I got contract offers. 100,000, 150,000, 250,000. The 100,000 one, I was skeptical. I read it. I was working a 9 to 5 at the time. I was ready to quit that bitch. I declined. Because I had faith in my vision.
That's right.
I quit my job. Because I had faith in my vision. So at the same time, knocking the hustle of someone that's experiencing something you never experienced is redundant.
It's irrelevant.
You get what I'm saying?
Your comment is irrelevant.
You get what I'm saying?
Your opinion doesn't matter.
It's okay to accept middle class.
Absolutely.
It's okay to accept mediocre.
Absolutely.
Me, myself, I'm not accepting it. I'm not accepting just the bare minimum. I'm not. I am the best. The reason if I was to go and rap in a rhythm, then that'd be something that I jump in my feelings off of something sentimental with a thing that I'm spitting. But then again, I'm just off my top and I am not tripping. If it came down to something like that, it'd be something about me stating straight facts. Me, myself, I don't press no pressure or no family or no friend. I just relax.
That's right.
With me spitting bars, they don't know the talent. They don't see the potential. But we playing Detroit or drinking. I wanted to get it, and that ain't coincidental.
That's right.
Go ahead, pull it, love.
Say it. Say it. I feel like we had to do.
Yeah.
I feel like that was in order. I'm sorry.
They don't peep the versatility.
They don't. I don't. But that's one thing I admire in artists is versatility. You have to be versatile in order to market.
What's
Go
that?
ahead, let's
No. I want to see what that
Let's see
says.
what
What
it
is it?
is, because the
What is it?
face.
The face told it all.
Ooh, the
What
face
it
told
say?
it all.
What is
Hard
it?
told it all. Text someone older and say, I don't think the Viagra worked, or take a shot.
Really? Gotta be quicker than that.
That's so crazy.
Take a shot.
Because who I know? Look, I'm in
Okay.
Look, I'm in
So
my
you
head.
try to
I'm
drink.
answering the question.
I need y'all to take this into perspective.
I'm trying to actually do it.
Y'all gotta make it.
Real.
Y'all gotta make it a broad band. So we got she got this card. Text someone older.
I said maybe you shouldn't have said, oh, you should have said text someone.
You feel
maybe.
me? Just
That would have opened it up.
just
Right.
text someone. It
Right.
doesn't have to be older or nothing, but
Okay,
just
well,
text
you know
someone.
I'm going to text somebody and say this.
Let's do it.
She gonna do it.
I do need a Dracko. The older put a stipulation to it. Because
You
for
feel
me,
me?
I'm like,
I'm not about to
older.
call no old.
Yeah, I'm so you.
Just
I'm
anybody.
not about to
Just anybody?
Just
Just
anybody.
anybody. Just text anybody.
All right, so what we doing is she texted somebody off her phone that the Viagra don't work.
And we're going to see what their response is. This is going to be interesting. After she picks somebody, then we're going to ask her who she is.
I agree on the contact. Go ahead.
Right, look, I knew in
Text
that
her.
moment. We're about to
Text
ask
her.
who she is texting.
The Viagra is working.
Okay, so let's say, who did you text?
I text my best friend.
Okay, oh, she texted the best friend.
She texted her best
Okay,
friend.
so we're going to tell the best friend after this. It was
We
a
don't
joke.
explain.
Right.
Oh man, I just want to know what she gonna say because she's stupid. She gonna say something stupid.
I was saying this is the best friend, so the best friend might have a very interesting response.
She gonna have a very.
I'm interested to see what the best friend is gonna say too.
It's on you.
Yes. Why? Okay. Yes. While we wait for the best friend, let's see. I'll pull one. I'll pull one from the back now. Let's see. Text.
Wait, what?
I didn't even get through this. I'm reading ahead. Text the last person you had sex with and ask, rate me on a scale 1 to 5 or take 3 shots.
Oh yeah, take them 3 shots. Take them 3 shots.
I'm gonna text the last person I had sex with.
Oh.
And I'm gonna take 2 shots.
On top of the text?
I'm gonna text and take the 2 shots. Yep. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. So first, let me
Alright, she sent out the text.
Let me send the text. Okay, it says rate me on a scale of 1 to 5.
Rate me on the scale of 1 to 5.
That's all I'm saying. I'm saying,
Yeah, well,
rate me on a scale 1 to 5. You don't say which one's the worst or the least. It says 1. So I'm assuming 1 would be the least, 5 would be the most. That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then while we wait for the response back, I'm going to take 2 shots as well. Let's see.
And while you doing that,
know.
I'm going to go ahead and pull my cards. Y'all was at the end in the middle. I'm gonna pull it from the beginning. Let me see what they got. Go to your messages and screenshot without scrolling. Then post it on your story or take a shot.
Oh, let's do it. Okay, so we all did a challenge. Yay! Let's do it.
So what I'm doing now is screenshotting my text messages. It ain't DMs because it ain't social media.
Nope, they said text messages
You
too.
feel me?
Yeah.
Hey, text messages. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? What we're gonna do is I'm posting that to my story, and y'all get to see it.
Oh, he put it to the camera so we can see it go to the story.
I ain't on no bullshit.
Ooh, I was gonna have the manager confirm, but okay.
No,
He showed us the phone.
You see what I'm
Well,
Yeah.
dang, no blacked out now.
I ain't blocked.
No, he didn't block out nothing. He really didn't show. He showed y'all exactly what he posted to.
I'm not,
No lie.
no shit. And I'm posting it to Instagram. You want to see it?
What's your IG?
The real _ Dracko.
The real _ Dracko.
Watch my story. You're gonna see the same thing on the story. You hear me? That's the DMs for real.
That T-Mobile?
That's the real DM.
Yeah, they sent me.
Okay, has best friend responded?
No.
Okay. I haven't got her response either, so this is what we'll do. We'll continue on with the episode.
And then when they respond,
as soon as they respond, we have to interject and so we know what the responses are.
Yeah,
so we'll go back. But you brought up music earlier, so I want to kind of stay in that vein because you're an artist, and I know one thing with the industry now is the whole AI thing and this whole artificial intelligence, and just Spotify took down millions of songs because of it. You have Meek Mill's having songs done in his past, his deceased father's voice.
Yeah.
You have other artists having music put out in other artists' voices and not their music,
Hey, you
right?
seen the Dracko with Ice Spice?
Yes. So
Drake was rapping Ice Spice.
As an artist, and you're an independent artist too, so even more so, your craft, your music is so important for you to protect it, for you to make sure that people don't get it without you getting your right monies and your dues for it. How do you feel now with this whole AI, this intelligence? It's taking over.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Be real.
If you own your masters, they can't take your rights.
Okay. Speak on it.
If you own your music, AI not even can use it.
Come on. Now, okay. For the ones that don't know, answer this question before we continue. Why not?
You want to know why? Because the label owns the publisher. They own the masters. They own the stems to that track. They own everything in regards to what makes money for them. So at the same time, if you drop a track, like I was saying, I've turned down contracts before.
You were saying that earlier, correct?
Hey, and with them contracts, I had stipulations.
Okay.
I can only drop 15 music videos with 20 or 25 songs.
Speak on it.
That was the terms and conditions of the contract. Say you drop a music, but you signed to something like 300 or Def Jam, right? You making that money, you gonna make it off of residuals. You're not making that off of royalties. You're making it off profit. The label is gonna get their money first, and then they're gonna pay you.
That's right.
But at the same time, them residuals, that AI, you gotta realize that's copyright infringement.
Speak on it.
Licensing issues. That's why Drake had an issue with the AI coming out. You want to know why? Because they didn't own the rights.
Yep. And it's so much more of a headache now, right?
You want to know why? Because guess what? Legally, them loopholes and them contracts that they get the artists to sign with, it's loopholes.
It is. In every contract, you're going to find a loophole. That's why they say give it to a lawyer, right?
And the last contract, the last contract that I was offered, they were trying to determine where and where not I recorded. What studios I should be in, what I shouldn't be in.
What engineers you can and cannot work with, right?
Yes.
Yep. I believe it.
So at the same time, it's all manipulation. It's mass manipulation. We gonna put in front of you what we think needs to be in front of you.
Absolutely.
Me, myself, as an independent artist, no, I'm not in front of you. No, I'm not. But at the same time, my potential is far greater than anybody that's in front of you right now. And once I'm working with them, and it's like I'm working with the fucking anywhere in the industry. And when I say anywhere in the industry, I could work from anywhere from J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar to Lil Yachty and Lil Pump. I do dumb shit. You get what I'm saying? But I articulate my craft.
And that's important. That is key. Being able to articulate, being able to know what your craft is, and be able to walk in that too, knowing what God put you on this earth to do and walk in that purpose.
God knew what he was doing.
Absolutely. With everyone.
Music. You know, my promo as far as an independent artist, and a lot of things I realized too late. But do that make you perfect? Do that make you insufficient? No. Do that make you a problem? No. I'm the black sheep of my family on both sides. And I'm okay with that. And when I say that, it's more so like, did you believe in a vision? Did you believe in what I believed in? Did you articulate the way I articulate? You feel me? Did you give a fuck enough the way? And in the process, I appreciate you. Because not only are you my management, but you're my fiance. And at the same time, you care for a betterment of me. And for you to give a fuck more than people I was born into, give a fuck. They just support popularity. I don't ride no nigga wave. I do what I want to do. I move how I want to. It could be a job stipulation, life stipulation, child stipulation, friend stipulation. Guess what? It's not going to knock my craft. It's not going to knock who I am as a person. I've been doing music since middle school, elementary school, before I could walk. I don't trust nobody that don't trust my vision. I don't respect nobody that don't respect my vision. I don't understand nobody that don't understand my vision. You want to know why? Because when it came time to believe in me, you didn't. I'm independent. And when I say independent, I'm really out here doing shit by myself. I'm waking up every morning posting shit to my story, promoting my music, promoting my album, promoting my shit.
Absolutely.
I ain't got time for no fake shit. You gonna wait until I'm on? I'm popping? I'm up millions? You gonna wait until I'm up to be like, oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I agree. Because if you were that invested, you should have been invested from the beginning. Especially because you knew me before I even got to this point, right?
Before I
before
got to that.
became who I became, right? For some people, you knew me in my diapers, right? You knew me in my pull-ups.
What you said.
You knew
what
me
you
said.
said.
Barely walking and talking, right?
What you said.
You was eating me because I was a kid. I was a toddler.
On God.
On God, right?
On God.
I mean, I'm just speaking facts.
No,
but
and you
I feel you.
Straight facts.
Hey,
absolutely.
Being independent, that's all we got.
That's it.
I support the podcast. I support independent videographers.
That's right.
I support independent beat makers.
Absolutely.
You want to know why? Because when you support them, it ain't no strings attached.
Nope.
You ain't got no management or no motherfucker over your head like, oh, nigga, you need to pay them.
Yep, you deal directly with them, and that's what it is.
It's business.
Yep. Absolutely.
You don't believe in a vision, I can't make you believe in a vision. But one thing you're not going to do is to tear my vision.
That's fact. You got to keep it pushing.
What you see?
With my statement, no monkey stops the show.
Okay.
And that might be, but nobody is going to stop me from doing what I'm going to do. If this is my plan, then I can do it by myself. I don't need you. If I want to have a party, I'm going to have a party all by myself. I don't need to have a party with 12 people with me. I can do it by myself. I'm good on that. That's just what it is. And
I was just checking my story.
Oh, has somebody liked it?
Yeah,
we got some comments.
So look, I ain't getting no interactions, but it's for sure posted. It's posted to the real _ Draco.
Oh, yeah.
It is posted.
Oh no, it's posted. I don't sugarcoat. You hear me?
I abuse you guys.
Yeah, it's posted.
It's posted. That's on the story.
It's posted.
Let me check, see if I got a text. Oh, shit.
Obviously, that's what I was checking too. I don't
trying to tell you.
Dang,
trying to tell you.
We waiting. Dang, we got.
Hey, I just had to post.
Friend and the last person they had sex with needed to hurry up. They taking too long to text back. What, they at work? Now, if they at work and they can't get fired, I'm not. Nobody lose their job, but
Objection.
We need y'all to text back.
No, for real.
No,
I think
real.
she sleep. She got like
she might be asleep.
She got like 2 babies.
Oh, okay.
My god babies and all them. So
okay, you get a pass then, best friend.
You get a pass.
But she gonna text me back later saying some crazy, obnoxious shit.
Like, you gonna have to go in and comment what is saying if she don't text.
We gonna mention her name on this right here. Her name is Bianca.
That's her name. Well,
hey, best friend, I love you, girl.
Bianca don't respond.
If Bianca don't respond,
then we gonna comment what Bianca said.
You feel me?
Once it's posted,
for sure.
That's right.
It'll be up on Friday, or so. If Bianca don't comment by Friday, then we gonna have to go check on Bianca by tomorrow.
We gonna have to check on her.
Bing, come through, respond.
But the love is real, the vibe is real, and I appreciate the host for having me.
Absolutely.
Hey, this is a real opportunity here. And a lot of people don't realize when you network,
Networking
and you
is
brand.
key. Yep, absolutely.
When you got a brand, people will take you serious.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will.
MarlinMob.com. Any new music, anything that you would like to see, I have a link tree. At the same time, it's all about promotion.
It is. In self-promotion.
MarlinMob.com, and that's two
people,
B's,
but
guys.
you paying people, they do the bots, they do the fake stuff. You have to do your own self-promotion.
I can Photoshop myself.
It's real people.
I can Photoshop myself.
Anybody can Photoshop anything themselves nowadays. Come on now. I don't need
You
somebody
get
to
what
do
I'm
it
saying?
for me. I can do it for myself.
I could put my face in Fortnite.
That's a
You hear me?
Period.
Do enough numbers.
Fortnite, but period. But and the next topic I want to talk about, I've talked about it before on this podcast.
Yeah.
And I don't want to keep bringing it up, but it keeps happening. And it's in regards to these BBLs, this plastic surgery, these things that I do understand that everyone doesn't like everything about themselves. Heck, there are things that I don't like about myself, okay? To be real. But it's just when it comes to the plastic surgery, getting these BBLs, just putting yourself at risk, I just don't feel that it's worth it. And
it ain't worth it.
Recently, Jackie O, I don't know if any of you know of, okay, Key does. I knew of her, and I used to watch her vlogs and everything, and to see that she had passed at 32, knowing she had 3 kids, was just very shocking. It's just something that very sad. Like, I know how I felt, and I couldn't imagine being her friend or being her family member and it happening, because I know I shed a tear, and I didn't know the girl personally, never met her a day in my life, but just seeing her in her YouTube videos and her vlogs, seeing her online, she has such a warming spirit and personality. It almost made you feel like you did know her by watching her on camera. And so don't want to victim shame, don't want to victim blame or anything, but it's just
it was wrong.
It was wrong. You know, no one has officially said anything.
No, because look, I watched the video before I walked in. Before I even came in here, I did my research.
That you're speaking on?
When DC Young Fly hold baby girl.
You talking about?
Yeah, the Azalea chick. You want to know why? Because at the end of the day, if you jumping on wilding out and you ain't got tough skin, you don't need to be there.
I agree. I definitely agree with
if
that.
If it's the case and you gonna take stuff personal, you think he called you ugly because you ugly and you insecure about yourself. But at the end of the day, you can't bash this man while he grieving. You can't bash this man while he's suffering a loss. Because I've lost a brother and I've had people present their problems to me and I couldn't really deal with it.
Yeah, can't handle it. You're dealing with your own stuff, right?
You feel me?
You trying to figure out life moving forward from this point. I can't worry about your problems right now. It wasn't appropriate.
It wasn't appropriate for the moment. You get what I'm saying? I get you feel some type of way. I get your perspective. I get where you coming from. But when somebody is grieving, you give them that time to grieve and understand. When you lose someone, God forbid I leave this world, my woman, she gonna know what I want. Why? Because I want it better for her. Whether that's my management or my woman. At the end of the day, it ain't about a person trying to deter your efforts. They don't know your efforts until they've been in that position.
I agree.
You don't know loss until you lost somebody.
Agree, especially somebody this close.
Hey, close.
How you feel about it?
So, what was the initial question? You said, for the most part, because you was saying something, and I wanted to speak on it. I did, but then
it's really, I would say I don't want to victim shame, but it's really speaking on just the plastic surgery and it not being worth it in losing your life.
And me, myself, as a woman, because I do want to get plastic surgery at some point in my life, it scared me because it's like, you do want to look perfect. You want to have a nice body. You want to be right. But it's like at the cost of your own life. I'm a nurse also. So it's like I know what it takes and what happens when you go into surgery, the possibilities, losing blood, different things like that. So with her, with Jackie O, she went in for a mommy makeover. That right there, that's stomach, boobs, everything. She's getting multiple surgeries that should be done separately. You know, she got that done all at once. So it's like the thing with it is like you need to make sure that you really read about what you want. Like me, I'm still contemplating if I want to get it, because it's like if I go to the right people, I got the right info, I do the right things, and it's also a part about how you keep your body together. You know, you smoke, you drink, you
it's
eat
the healthiness.
you smoke, drink, eat terribly. You go into that surgery, you might have a complication. Or, you know, but if you go in there and you got the right, you know, everything.
Immune system, healthy
everything,
stability, any of that.
Ain't gonna lie to you, even coming down to your right spirit. You gotta have the right spirit about things too. So it's like, when you go in, you come out good. But it's like, when stuff happens, like I said, she went in for too many surgeries at once. And that was it was like all that at once on top of her just trying to, you know, deal with everything else.
And I did hear a rumor that, I don't know how true it is, that her surgeon might not have been board certified. And I know that's
it's not.
Thing too.
It's not.
If you're going to do something like that, where you're already saying she was doing multiple surgeries as a nurse, you should split them up.
100.
But you for sure should be dealing with somebody board certified as well.
Which is why I said you have to do your research. When it comes to stuff like this, don't just go off a reference that a friend gave you or somebody else gave you, because genuinely it's like, I can give you a reference like, hey, this doctor did great for me, but your body's different than mine. You set up differently. You could bleed out and I didn't. So that's the whole thing behind it. So it's like, when they need to do their research. They need to actually talk to these doctors and make sure that they know what these doctors are capable of. They skill level, all that. Because there's some doctors out here that just make their way in. Just so they can get that money. They
just to make money.
They don't really give a fuck about you and anything else.
Society runs on money, right? Hey, everything that happens,
I'm gonna be real. Look,
probably rooted down to money.
Hey, real talk. Hey, Dr. Miami don't care how you come to him as long as you come correct.
And with that money,
that's all I'm saying.
And that's correct means money, right?
As long as you come to correct with that surgery. Here's the thing: the reason we get surgery based off our insecurities. You feel me? I fuck with, you know, Kevo Bands or Bandman Kevo, you know, and in the sense of him getting his surgery, I didn't disagree with it wholly. You want to know why? Because as men, you want to look fit. As women in itself, being African American women, you want to look good. I don't knock you for that. Just make sure you dot your I's and you cross your T's. If you fucking with a doctor, say you go to Dr. Miami and you got a certain budget. The moment you get red flags, that's a red flag. Once you go in for that procedure, you can't take it back. And at the same time, guess what? It's an AI over here that could duplicate your voice, take your DNA, and replicate your system. So at the same time, with that augmentation, the plastic surgery, no, I don't necessarily agree with it, but it's really whatever make you feel better.
So, as a male, let me ask you this. Do you prefer a natural woman over a woman that has went and had plastic surgery?
Natural.
Okay. And I'm only asking because I've asked several men that, and that's 9 times out of 10 usually the response. They'd rather go over natural.
You want to know why it's natural? Because it's not fundamentally sound. You have to go off of spontaneousness. When you dealing with a woman that ain't had surgery, that ain't got an ass and ain't got fat titties and all that extra shit, you deal with an ego. But when you deal with someone that's natural and they care about they self,
they're a little more humble.
It's not only a humbleness, but they care about they self.
You take care of yourself different. If you know you don't have to run to surgery, right? Or a doctor.
You get what I'm saying?
For you, right? Where you got to go to the gym or be careful of the calories, because I got into that. I would say last 6 months to a year.
Imagine you getting surgery.
Of the calories I eat and things like that. So, yeah.
Because, like, imagine you getting surgery, right? You go, not your weight, but say you get 115, 120 pounds taken off you, like 200, 275 5, some shit like that. At the same time, that's amongst your thoughts. Anything that you do is amongst you, because at the end of, like me, I strive.
Because somebody might have accepted me before the surgery, right?
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's more so like, if I never knew, I wouldn't know.
No, yeah, that's true. And I know women that have had the surgeries and they've had complications or issues or wish that they didn't have the surgeries. Or we know several celebrities, Cardi B, Kei Michelle, that went and had the surgeries and now they wouldn't have had the shots removed or things reversed because they didn't like it in their body.
Did you see what Black China did?
Yep, she had all her stuff taken out and removed, and she then went back to Angela White now.
And like it got me scared because, like I said, I do want to get some work done.
You see what I'm saying?
For the most part, it scares me because you do hear them stories about, oh, I regret it, this time, whatever. Like me myself, I got ass naturally, I got boobs naturally, but it's like I do want to get my boobs done, but it's like I don't want the problems that come with it down the line later on. It's like, okay, it look good in the moment, it look good in the picture and in the outfit,
right?
But it's
you
like
ever seen 1,000 Ways to Die?
Yeah, 1,000 Ways to Die.
1,000 Ways to Die.
It was a boob job on there or something?
It was a boob job on her.
She went 1,000 ways.
Now,
They had a whole bunch of ways to tie
no,
on there.
look.
Fucking with my mental. Now, I don't want to get.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you, yo. So look, I was watching the episode of 1,000 Ways to Die, and in the process, it was a woman. She just flew to Miami to get a boob job. She got the silicone, and she wanted to fly back home.
Oh my God, I think I seen that and it popped in the airplane.
It popped in the airplane.
So look, mine's big enough. I just want to get them smaller.
It's a reduction.
I mean, and I heard what you said too. It's all about being mindful too. So she was doing a Miami makeover. Maybe for her that was too much, where she should have split it off. Maybe did the titties and
she should have broke it down.
At one point, did the ass at another point. Right? I got you. So I guess as a nurse and hearing it from the medical side of it too, it makes a lot of sense between multiple major surgeries at one time,
as opposed to one at a time.
One at a time. You're talking about a non-board certified surgery, and that's already a no-no. You're talking about red flags. That should be the biggest red flag that everybody has.
Yeah.
With any surgery, I don't care if you're going for a simple, a procedure, you should always have a board certified surgeon when you're doing any surgery
without a certification.
Period. And that's what's crazy.
And like even with that, like with the Jackie O situation, we learned the doctor wasn't certified amongst a stipulated basis.
Yep. Yes.
So you didn't meet a certain criteria.
Yes, that's what that means. Yes.
You didn't meet a certain standard.
Yep.
And in a sense of
Yep.
you being precautious and telling this woman, yo, this ain't healthy. Yo, this can lead to catastrophic disaster.
Like you said, I just want the money.
He want the money from the insurance.
I mean, I hate to say it, whether she passed
she ain't
or
paying
not,
out of pocket.
he still got the money though, right? Whether she passed or not, the doctor still got the money from
He
him,
still got paid. Yeah.
He still got paid.
Yeah.
So that's all he was looking
through the
at.
Medicaid.
Absolutely.
The medical insurance
And
or whatever the
that's
hell.
where he is talking about, regardless, do your research, because in any surgery there's a risk. So even if you have a board certified surgeon that is top tier and knows everything that's happening, everyone's different. There's always a risk with surgery. When you go underneath anesthesia, when you're getting put to sleep, you always have an opportunity that you're not going to come back, period.
There's always a risk.
Always a risk.
Because like
when I went under
even if you do it all correctly.
Me, myself, I just came out of a surgery, I want to say October. Surgeon, she was good. Everything was great. Me and him go to the Walgreens down the street. I get out the car, faint in the parking lot. Come to find out, she punctured something, and I'm internally bleeding.
See,
and it's like I said, she was a great doctor. She was board certified. All that. You have to just make sure that you just gotta watch.
You gotta cross your eyes and dot your T's.
I heard too, she might have died in the hotel that like she was staying in after the surgery.
I read that part too.
Because again, I don't know how true these are, because these are all allegations. No one, I think, has official came out and told the actual story. But even if that's the case, have somebody with you when you're doing these surgeries, because even after any surgery, you need to have somebody watching you to make sure you don't have any complications,
it's monitoring,
big or small.
Because the complications, honestly, they don't just come right then and there. Sometimes, like I said, with my situation, I was out of surgery for hours.
See,
up, walking, moving. I felt a little off, but it's like when I passed out.
I was like, I don't watch enough Grey's Anatomy to know. We have the Grey's Anatomy fans. That internal bleeding can last for hours or days before you actually have an effect, right? Mm-hmm. So you could be internal bleeding for days before you actually know your internal bleeding.
Yeah.
And if you don't have nobody there to immediately get you to a hospital once you
They can't do
recognize
shit.
it. There's nothing you can do at that point. At that point, it's too much for you to handle. So, I mean, I guess all in all, it's all about awareness. And I'm glad we had a nurse here on the show today to tell us even medically. It's all about, go ahead, sure. It's all about awareness. We have to be aware of our surroundings, aware of the surgeries we're going into, aware of the doctors, the nurses, and just be mindful and prayerful. I know anytime I know I'm going into a surgery, my friends, my families, my loved ones, I'm praying to make sure that they come out on the other side. I'm
100.
praying that God is guiding the surgery, guiding the surgeon's hands, making sure that, like you said, nothing else is ruptured or
100.
interrupted or disrupted
Internal bleeding and
during
none of
the
that.
surgery.
Yeah.
So it's all about just all of us being mindful. It says it takes a village to raise a kid, but it takes a village to get through some surgery. Plastic surgery or not, it takes a village to get through that too.
A lot of people.
And I just want to say this: just if you do decide to want to go get surgery, make sure you stay up on your medical stuff. Make sure you know your medical things, know your lab values, understand what them lab values mean.
Yeah.
Your hemoglobin.
You talk about your own personal stats.
Your own personal.
Your own personal
You
stats.
want to know
That's
what you
right.
got going on.
The pH.
That's right.
Because if you want to get a surgery done and your hemoglobin is at about at 8, let's be real. At a hospital, I have to give you a blood transfusion when your hemoglobin drops to a 7.
Come on now,
So
speak on
therefore,
that.
you
Talk
don't
your
want to
shit.
sit here and go get no surgery done, and you at an 8 hemoglobin, and that's what you live like.
Talk your
on.
shit.
You want to make sure that you good, because if you bleed out, I don't know how much blood we gonna be able to continuously get you
to keep you alive.
to keep
Talk
you
your
alive
shit.
during that situation. So it's like, make sure you know your hemoglobins, make sure you know your other lab values, because certain things will keep you from getting surgery.
Talk your shit.
Off the top of the head, I can't give you them labs right now, but it's like, you need to just make sure you know your stuff. Don't just let the doctor talk. Don't let the doctor talk to you in medical terms. Ask that doctor what that means.
Exactly.
Talk your shit.
Because
Come on now.
we trained to talk in medical terms.
Yep.
We don't realize that the average person ain't trained like us.
That's right.
Talk your shit.
We gonna talk to you in a medical form, but ask me, say, what does that mean?
I am
Yeah.
quick to tell you, speak in layman's terms, because all that medical term, I will tell them quick, I don't understand it. So tell me something in the regular person terms,
And ask
so I can understand
ask
it.
them ranges. When they say, oh yeah, your calcium is this, that, and whatever, and your potassium is this, that, and whatever, say, what's the range? Because I want
Okay.
to know if I'm on the low end or the high end. I want to know where I'm sitting at. Because if they say, oh,
Facts.
your hemoglobin 7.5, you thinking, okay, fuck it, I'm good. No,
But that could be
7
bad,
7
right?
is
Okay.
the lower end of it, where I need to start
Okay.
getting you ready for a blood transfusion.
Okay.
So
Say
it's
that.
like you need
So
to know these
know
things.
your labs, know your own numbers, ask questions to the doctor.
Know your pH
the
balance.
ranges. That's normal. pH balance is healthy.
pH balance.
All a
No.
part of the numbers. That's all a part of the
You
numbers.
gotta
Know your
realize
numbers.
with the
Know all
pH
your
balance,
numbers.
all those numbers
know all your numbers.
are components.
But and again, that's a nurse talking. So that's a nurse telling you medically what you should know, and not all doctors. You might think your doctor is great, not knocking any doctor.
Full of shit.
But not all doctors tell you everything. So no, ask your questions. Even if you Google, ask the doctor. Because if they are a good doctor, they're still willing to explain it to you so you understand it. They'll be still willing to give you that information. Even if you Googled it and got some WebMD information, they'll break it down for you. I've learned the difference between the doctor that is willing to give you the information and the doctor that's like, you know what, I just want you for the money. You're just another patient to me. I don't care. There's a difference.
Amazing.
So learn it. And if you got to change doctors, because sometimes that is just what's needed
Absolutely.
to have the best care, especially for African Americans.
Absolutely.
We have to make sure
You gotta realize
take care of ourselves.
They
first.
they conducting population control right now.
Yes,
Whether
they
it's
are.
whether it's pharmaceutical,
That's right.
martial law, any of that.
That's right.
They're determining our population. We were the lower class.
Yep.
We were the minority. We not the minority no more.
Not no more. No.
Hey, it's black Asian, black Chinese,
Yep.
black European.
Yep.
You can't tell me the world wasn't originated off of what we got going on.
I agree. Well, I mean, they brought us over here in the boat, so it was something they wanted from us.
Oh, and they got the biggest and the best.
That's
As
what
far-
I'm saying.
hey, look.
There was something they wanted from us all the way back then.
And I'm going to put it into perspective for you.
Not laughing about it. It's not funny, but I'm just saying.
I'm going to put it into perspective for you. The Europeans, the people that came and got us from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, It was our own blood, our own people, our own family, our own heritage selling us away for the greater good of them. It wasn't the country.
No.
It wasn't the resources. It wasn't the fuel. It wasn't the gold. It wasn't none of that.
It was for them to make money.
I watched the movie, The Blood Diamond. Now, The Blood Diamond, it was a story about a historic black man that came from Africa. And in the process of him coming from Africa, he smuggled a diamond. Everybody wanted him because of that diamond. His value increased based off slavery at that time. It increased his value almost 6 figures. But if you do your research, Amistad, the movie, you want to know why it went from them being on our land to just being on ships? Is because they didn't want to show that our people was selling us to the Europeans. It ain't a white person. It ain't no racism. It's greed. It's pride. It's money. Slavery didn't happen because of, oh yeah, this is a better business inquisition. No. Them niggas was trying to make money because they was in poverty. They was broke. And they like, yo, I got more than I need to offer. You know what? I'm going to give you so-and-so for this much. That's where the slave trade came from.
You're absolutely right.
The Boston Tea Party.
Yep.
Hey, they wanted to raise taxes on something that was imported.
Yep.
But in the process, we was on the land that y'all found. So how can you tax it? That's why you got government tax, property tax,
all the
workers tax.
taxes.
Hey, that's why you have
tax
tax.
came a little later, but yeah,
Hey,
it was all
that's why you have tax.
Yep, all the different taxes. Yep, it's to make money off of stuff they were already making.
The Boston Tea Party is the reason we have tax, and a lot of people don't realize that.
No, they don't. No, they actually don't.
Hey, when it came to imports back in the day, they was worried about how much money they could get.
Yes, they were.
It wasn't how much resources they had.
It wasn't.
They was trying to make do
Money,
with what was fit.
Yep. And what other people needed resources off of really is what it was.
We manipulating
what the
that.
world, what the world needed resources off of.
Hey, guess what? Say you need gold, you need coal, you need oil.
Absolutely. Yep. Say that.
I'm gonna compromise with you,
He just hit
even
all the
though
major ones. Yep.
even though I compromise with you, it might bring a problem with this one, but I know a way to deal with them. And then, and even with me doing business with this one, it might cause a problem with this one, but I know a way to deal with it. Guess what? It's all about an economical plan. Building a brand towards people were as professional as they could be. They wouldn't take their job so serious. They wouldn't take their job so lightly. You want to know why? Because with professionalism come respect. If you're not professional, you don't respect me. Say I showed up to this bitch any old kind of way, and I'm like, oh yeah, whatever, fuck it. My professionalism is going to determine your relationship with me. You want to know why? Because in the nations, in the world, not just United States, it's all about compromise.
It is.
Hey, you want to know the reason Joe Biden can't reach a peace with Russia or reach a peace with China? I'm trying to tell you.
Go ahead, tell me.
It's a bigger picture.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
we first of all, I don't think
it's a bigger picture.
Ever. Well, I think there will always be a struggle between the United States and China. To be brutally honest,
I don't believe that.
You don't? I think there will always.
You want to know why?
Why?
Everything in America is made in China.
Now that is true, and eventually, you're right. China might actually overpower. You're right. You're actually, but I know America is not going to give up that power easily. It's going.
Why not? They have twice our population, twice our defense system,
and we still hold on. We're not going to give it up easily.
We too stubborn, and we're not
going to give it up easily.
It's the independence. what they say around the world. They call it democracy.
We've been the top nation for a long time. So
That's
how you
true.
think we're gonna just give up that power like that to anybody? We don't
And
care who
China
it is.
Realize this.
Only
Russia,
country
anybody,
that's-
China, like
Russia just got there only because of their little scary tactics. But China's the only one that's really been neck and
It ain't
neck.
about no scary
Like-
tactics. Here's the thing. Taking it from somebody that's a military veteran, and I see how our armed forces are trained. I see the protocol that they take us under. I see the understanding that they want us to reach. At the same time, them Russians, them Chinese, they ain't worried about that shit. They worried about the formation and if niggas gonna deliver. We ain't worried about no stipulation on feelings. When you go into the army, they make you take an equal opportunity class to make sure you're not
that's
racist.
Facts. Yep, that's facts.
They make you
Yep.
take a sexual
They do.
harassment
Harassment,
class
yes,
to
they
make
do.
sure you're not a narcissistic motherfucker
Yep.
that's
I was
going
gonna say,
and aiming
yep,
towards females.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's what they do
Absolutely.
in
Yep.
the military. So at the same sense, if I know somebody is better prepared, I know somebody is better aware. I did my research. Trump is the only president that Putin has been cool with.
That's facts. That is facts.
He's hold every president we had
Under harsh
based off our stipulations
Yep.
and how we ran our country. Why? Because we believe in independence. And realize every time we go and we rid a city of rebellion and we give it independence, it's faced with war. Where did World War I come from? Where did World War II come from? Where did Pearl Harbor come from? Because y'all have to realize with history, they manipulated. That's the Mandela effect.
That is.
What you thought was, it ain't.
It ain't right really what it is or what the history books tell
I
us
knew
to
the
be,
song
right?
Kid
Yes.
Cudi, the nigga, he had day and night. But I go to look it up today. It's Kanye West.
Yeah, well, yeah.
that's the AI. That right there.
And that's the
is
AI,
like
and
that.
the
That is
artificial
that.
intelligence that you were talking about.
Yep.
You want to know why? He didn't own his masters, his
Yep.
music.
Yep.
And with the United States right now, we cashing a lot of checks, but we ain't making money for our music.
No.
We got slave trades, we got commerce trades, we got commercial trades, we got personal trades. They shipping shit. You remember when the Russians and the Ukrainians first fell out? We banned all Russian alcohol in the United States,
Yep.
thinking that was gonna stop revenue. Realizing that they distribute to half of the world. Me, myself, I don't personally agree with Joe Biden or Donald Trump. I don't care who is right for the people. But if it's the case and the wages is what they are, why wage war when you can make money together?
True.
That's how I
That's
feel.
facts. That's facts.
Putin
It's a
is
lot more
regulated
money.
off power.
Yeah.
The United States is regulated off power. China is regulated off power. What?
I laugh because I'm going to say this.
Uh-huh.
Men also run these countries. And the one thing I know about men is there always has to be someone that wins the pissing contest. And that's the biggest problem. Because someone
Yeah.
always has to be above, though.
It's about pride.
Get you, yes.
It's about
I
pride.
get you with working together, but
Hey.
that's the hardest. That's
That's
hardest
the reason.
thing.
Hey,
You
look.
got to get over your pride in order
That's
to do
the
that.
reason Putin disrespect the majority of the United States presidents.
yeah.
Because you want to know why? It's a pissing contest.
Yeah.
I want to see who balls
Yeah,
bigger.
yeah. Who gonna come and be bigger, right?
Who gonna come
Who's
with
gonna
the smoke?
dare, right? Exactly. So that's where it's like I hear you. That's with anything, a lot of things. Even as
Yeah.
females, we can work together on a lot of things. But if you don't get, it's the pride. If you don't get your pride together and let your pride be laid by the wayside for the business or for the better good of the bigger picture, none of that's gonna matter. We can never work with each other.
Exactly.
You was talking about Detroit loving Detroit. Yes, Detroit loves Detroit. There's also an interworking camaraderie between
Me, myself.
because you always need someone that's above the other.
what you
It's
said.
unfortunate.
It's a food chain thing. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And me myself, I feel personally, we not gonna come together as humans until the aliens invade and they blowing our brains out.
I agree, because then we're going to have no choice but to work together, right?
You get what I'm
It's
saying?
us or them.
Hey, this is what I'm saying. When it comes to us defending our earth, we
Absolutely.
could come together.
I agree.
But at the same time, we'll
Yes.
tear each other down if it costs us
Yes,
more.
we will. Yes, we will.
This is what I realized with humans. Me, myself, I'm a hybrid. I'm a prophet. I read energy, I read enigma, and I could tell a person just off their first words.
Okay.
When it come down to the perception of humans, they gonna knock it until they try it.
That's true. Absolutely.
They gonna
Absolutely.
knock it. They gonna
Especially-
belittle you. They gonna
especially if
degrade
it's not
you.
their idea, right?
Hey, they gonna belittle you.
Especially.
They gonna degrade you. They gonna try to make you feel
Absolutely.
less of
I
a
agree.
person.
I agree.
Because as humans, right, when we stress, when we're overwhelmed, in order to make us feel better about ourselves, we have to belittle someone else.
Yep, we do. You're right.
As humans.
Yep, we do.
So me, myself, I don't belittle no one efforts.
I definitely only
It's the
try to
flowers.
give constructive criticism.
It's
Like,
the flowers
that's
that
it.
you give people
That's it,
because
yep.
guess what? Life is too short to be dwelling on the negative.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Life is too short to be dwelling on, whether it work out or not. No, it ain't even about that. Do you believe in that vision?
Yeah, absolutely. Like my mom likes to say, she'll say, you can't go back. And that's her, she's adopted in the last 3-4 months. And now you can't go back. And she's right. You can't go back. Sometimes, it'd be like,
Right.
I wish, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Maybe I shoulda. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I could have. But it's like at the point it's done, you can't go back. So it's like, what can we do to make the best path going forward now?
Yeah. And it's like, even with stuff like that, like with the parents and the guidance that they offer, it's more so like a do as I say, not as I do.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's kind of hypocritical. So at the same time, you could be telling me something that I not too much agree with, and it might be in the betterment of you,
Absolutely.
but it's not in the betterment of me.
Absolutely.
So at the same time, you know, I tell Key this all the time. You know, it's selfish to put your own presumptions of yourself amongst another person,
onto somebody else.
assuming somebody
Absolutely.
gonna act like you,
Yep, absolutely.
respond like you.
Yep. Do or say how you would do it, right? I try
It's
to remind
selfish.
myself all the time. It is. And they're
It's
not
selfish.
you. They're never going to
It's
think like you,
inconsiderate.
be like you. So it's like, okay, cool. I love you. You're this person. I recognize it. I'm not going to operate and deal with you as you are as a person. Not saying I'm not going to deal with you, but I might deal with you at a distance, depending on what the situation is, what's happening. But okay, cool. That's you. Love you regardless. I'm going to deal with you when I don't. And when I need to, cool. When I don't, that's cool
One
too.
thing about me, it's not forced. I
At all.
don't ride no nigga wave. I don't dick suck nobody. I don't hit people up so they can hit me up. I don't do that manipulative shit. I don't
Nope.
because as a African American male, we face you're not supposed to feel. You're not supposed to have emotions.
I agree.
You're supposed to just be understanding to the situation and the circumstances and take it. But me, myself,
And
I
that's
don't
wrong.
agree with that.
Thank you.
You want to know why? Because at the same time, in a partnership as an individual, even in a partnership, it's your worth. It's your care. It's your cherishment. It's the things that you give a fuck about. But at the same time, you can't let anyone deter your vision that hasn't been there.
That's right.
Hey,
Absolutely.
you ain't never been in my shoes. I don't expect you to understand.
That's right. And one thing I can say the whole time you've been here, Draco, is the number one theme I've gotten is protect your vision. Protect yourself, protect your vision, because that's important and that is key. You have to do that.
100.
There are some people that I don't even, if I have an idea, I won't even tell them what the idea
Because
is.
the first thing they gonna do is look for a negative.
Thank you. You'll try to cut it down anyway. I'm not even gonna tell you the idea because I don't even think that you're right. You didn't see this vision this far. So why I'm gonna tell you how the new vision or where I'm going? You didn't see it to this point.
I'm gonna hit you with one good one. When nobody believed, God did.
That's it.
You wanna know why? Because with humans, it's a physicality.
It is.
It's if you ain't got the money right then and there, I don't care.
Tangible.
If it's not tangible, they don't believe it. And that's okay.
It's okay. Yes, absolutely.
That's fine.
That's perfectly okay. Absolutely. I agree.
But this is what I'm saying. When it pays off, when the benefit hits the doubt, and it's like the benefit outweighs the doubt.
Yeah.
And the compromise come between the composition and the understanding.
Yep.
Me, myself, I know I've been doing music on my fucking whole life. Since before I could talk. But in the world we living in, it's a popularity contest. It's not nigga, you got talent, nigga, you cold.
It's all about popularity and clout at this point. How many views and likes can I get?
Hey, it's going to be moments. And I'm going to be able to look back on this interview and document this right here.
Absolutely.
A lot of people didn't want attention from me. A lot of people didn't want to fuck with me. And a lot of people didn't agree with what I was doing. And when it pay off, and when it do reach a better vision, then it's going to be like, oh, I'm proud of you. Hey, I always knew you could do it. Hey, I seen you doing it. No,
you did. Thank you.
No.
Or you told. How about this? You told me you did it.
You told me you was gonna do it, and you went and did it. And I always believe. No. You want to know why? Because as big as my family is, as big as my friends is, me myself, I'm only promoting me. Ain't nobody else promoting me. Ain't nobody else putting videos up to show the albums I've dropped.
That's right.
I have multiple albums out, multiple singles. And instead of dwelling in a positive, you rather dwell in the negative. I don't want that type of energy around me. Me being a prophet, I read energy and I don't like it.
That's so crazy. I was before I even started this podcast, I was speaking to a business consultant about it, just throwing ideas out there. You know, would it be a good idea? Things of thus forth. And that was one question she asked me. She was like, well, if your friends and family don't support it, how would you feel? How are you going to take that?
I don't give a fuck.
That was my exact response. I was like, I'm going to be honest. My friends and family support me out their mouth, right? Like if I'm in their face and I'm telling them something.
In their presence.
Yes. Do they say, oh, that's cool, that's nice, let me see? Yeah. But yeah.
Do they watch it while you not around?
Do I have friends and family sharing?
Do they interact with your shit?
No.
Okay.
Do I have to? Are they doing posts that I don't have to prompt them to post or ask them to
What
post?
you said?
Yeah, no.
Is they posting it on their own?
I don't really care because what I've been doing thus far, they haven't supported. So now this new adventure, I don't really expect them to hop on the bandwagon and be like, yeah, let's support this one. No, I don't. But I also told her if it starts popping off, do I think they would fully be supportive? Yeah, I do too. And again, I'm not saying my family's not supportive. They are to a point.
That's
but like
the thing.
They support
with
what
Detroit.
they can see. They support what they can touch.
With Detroit,
what
we're
is
probably
possible for them in their mind frame of possibility, right?
One thing I realized about Detroit, they don't support you till you on.
That's it.
When T Grizzly dropped that first day out,
Yep.
we knew he was going to Cody.
Yep.
You feel me? I don't know if it was MIT or DCH or I went to school with him. But it's like at the same aspect, people didn't realize his worth until it was like, oh, you on. Cash Doll. She from Dexter. She's from my hood. You feel me? Keisha, that's my OG.
And been doing it for years.
You feel me? That's my OG.
Now just started getting what you would consider to be her flowers, right? Or her due. A little bit, even not what I think she should get, but a little bit of what she should be getting.
Exactly. And when I take in the perspective of stuff like that, I went to school with T Grizzly and Cash Dog. She was my OG. I call it TT Keisha. But at the same time, people not gonna support you till you on. It's gonna take me blowing up and becoming a millionaire to interact with them.
It is.
You get what I'm saying? It ain't the fact that they gonna fuck with me because they know I'm from their hood. It ain't the fact that they gonna fuck with me because they know I grew up where they came from. They don't care about that.
No. Especially not nowadays. It's all about
and
the
that's the
clout.
key to
It's all
being
about
independent because guess what? It's not label regulated.
I'm about to say, I wouldn't say that's the key. That's the beauty of it.
It's not label regulated.
Yes. It's not.
A motherfucker can't tell me when I'm gonna record.
Nope.
Contradict who I'm working
even
with.
What music or songs you can or cannot put out on the album, right? Something as simple as that. People don't think about it. You're just quick to get the check and sign it, but it's like they can tell you what songs can or cannot go on the album.
If they don't like
or
that,
if you can even put that album out or not.
What you said? They could delay your drop time. They can delay your album release. They could delay your mixtape.
I want to say this. I always applaud independent artists. So I'm going to applaud you, give you your flowers. Because I know that is a hard road. That is a dedicated, hardworking, time-consuming, selfless. Because a lot of times you can't even do what you want to do because you have to do what has to be done for the brand, for the business, for the music.
What you said?
So I always applaud independent artists. I know how much hard work it is, and I encourage them to keep going. Because one thing I have seen over the years, even the past 5 years, is if you are independent, if you own your own masters, it gives you so much more leeway, and you get so much farther in life than someone that owns you. And someone that's making you do what they think will sell. Because regardless of if it sells or not, you are doing what you want to do. And eventually it will sell. Because if you're making good music is going to sell regardless.
Hey, look,
absolutely.
When nobody believed, God did.
And that's it.
In the same sense, you know, with me being a prophet, at the end of the day, I know what God got for me.
That's it.
You get what I'm saying? It don't matter whether I'm rapping about fucking hoes or shooting people or, you get what I'm saying, grinding, living through everyday life. It doesn't matter.
What God got for you,
sees
what
I'm trying to do.
And you are going to get everything that God wants you to have. That's one thing I do know. I am walking in steps that God told me years ago I was going to walk in. So
100.
I'm saying this from life experience. Whatever God says he has, it might not happen right when he tells you, but it's going to come to pass. You just have to give him the time and keep doing what he says. Follow on his path, because it's all about his timing. We can't be on our own timing. We can't be on other people's timing. We got to be on God's timing, and that's when it works.
He might not show up when you want,
but he's always on time.
Amen.
My mama sang that song. It's an on-time God. Hey, that's old school. But I want to thank Dracko. I want to thank you, Key. Thank you guys so much for coming. First, management. What is your IG, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you want the people to know?
My IG is Kiki _. So KeeKeeNikki_.
Dracko. I know you already gave me your IG, but you want to give it to him again or any other social medias? I know you gave your website too earlier.
So I got the real _Dracko as my IG. I got the Marla Ernest II. That's what my label is dropping my music under. So if you want to find any of my music, it's under Marla Ernest II, or you can find it in my link tree in the bio of the real _Dracko. That's DRAKO, the real _Dracko. As far as getting in contact with any of my newest projects.
And we're going to have all that in the description for you guys. So just check underneath. We'll have all those links for you so you can click and go where you guys would like to go. But thank you so much for joining us this Friday, this thing called podcast. We'll be back next week with you guys. Have a great weekend. Enjoy. See you guys later.
Yeah.